Make breakfast. To prepare food in the morning. The phrasal verb head out means to leave a place and go somewhere. I always make breakfast before I head out for work. Take a shower. To wash your body with water. The phrasal verb dry off means to remove water from your body with a towel. She took a shower and dried off quickly. Brush your teeth. To clean your teeth with a toothbrush. The phrasal verb turn in means to go to bed and sleep. Don't forget to brush your teeth before you turn in. Wash the dishes. To clean the plates and cups after eating. The phrasal verb wipe down means to clean a surface using a cloth. After dinner, we wash the dishes and wipe them down. Make the bed. To arrange the bed neatly after sleeping. The phrasal verb head off means to leave a place, usually for another activity. He always makes the bed before he heads off to school. Do the laundry. To wash and dry clothes. The phrasal verb hang up means to put clothes on a line or hanger so they can dry. I'll do the laundry and hang up the clean clothes later. Iron the clothes. To make clothes smooth with heat. The phrasal verb put away means to place something in its usual storage place. She ironed the clothes and put them away in the closet. Go shopping. To buy things from a store. The phrasal verb pick up means to buy or collect something casually. We went shopping to pick up some milk and bread. Take the bus. To travel by bus. The phrasal verb get off means to leave a vehicle. He takes the bus to work, but sometimes gets off early to walk. Catch a train. To get on a train before it leaves. The phrasal verb miss out on means to fail to experience or take advantage of something. Hurry up, or we'll miss out on the morning train. Read a book. To spend time reading for fun or study. The phrasal verb turn off means to make a machine or light stop working. I love to read a book before I turn off the lights. Watch TV. To look at programs on a television. The phrasal verb turn in means to go to bed. We watched TV until it was time to turn in. Listen to music. To enjoy songs or sounds. The phrasal verb get ready means to prepare yourself for something. She listens to music while she gets ready in the morning. Check emails. To look at electronic messages. The phrasal verb reply to means to answer a message. I checked my emails and replied to a few of them. Have lunch. To eat food in the middle of the day. The phrasal verb head back means to return to a place. We had lunch and then headed back to the office. Go for a walk. To walk outside for relaxation. The phrasal verb cool off means to relax or become less hot or angry. Let's go for a walk and cool off after the meeting. Take a nap. To sleep for a short time during the day. The phrasal verb charge up means to regain energy or make something full of power. He took a nap after lunch to charge up his energy. Cook dinner. To prepare food in the evening. The phrasal verb set up means to prepare or organize something. I'll cook dinner while you set up the table. Set the table. To prepare the table for a meal. The phrasal verb lay out means to arrange things neatly and clearly. She set the table and laid out the plates. Do the cleaning. To clean the house or room. The phrasal verb throw out means to put something in the trash. We did the cleaning and threw out the garbage. Feed the dog. To give food to the dog. The phrasal verb head out means to leave a place and go somewhere. Don't forget to feed the dog before you head out. Water the plants. To give water to flowers or plants. The phrasal verb tidy up means to make a place neat and organized. She watered the plants and tidied up the balcony. Take out the trash. To remove garbage from the house. The phrasal verb wipe down means to clean a surface with a cloth. He took out the trash and wiped down the bin. Lock the door. To close the door with a key. The phrasal verb head off means to leave or start a journey. Make sure you lock the door before you head off. Answer the phone. To pick up a ringing phone and talk. The phrasal verb put through means to connect someone on a call. She answered the phone and put through the call. Charge your phone. To connect your phone to power. The phrasal verb check out means to look at or examine something. I charged my phone and checked out the news online. Meet a friend. To see someone you know. The phrasal verb catch up means to share news or talk after some time apart. I met a friend and we caught up over coffee. Call someone back. To return a phone call. The phrasal verb finish up means to complete or end something. I'll call her back after I finish up this report. Go online. To use the internet. The phrasal verb look up means to search for information. Many people go online to look up information. Clean the room, to make a room tidy. The phrasal verb put away means to place things where they belong. He cleaned the room and put away his clothes. Wash your hands, to clean your hands with water and soap. The phrasal verb come back means to return to a place. Always wash your hands after you come back home. Make coffee, to prepare coffee to drink. The phrasal verb wake up means to stop sleeping or become alert. She made some coffee to wake up properly. Take a break, to stop working for a short time. The phrasal verb stretch out means to extend or relax your body. Let's take a break and stretch out our legs. Go to bed, to lie down and sleep. The phrasal verb drift off means to fall asleep slowly. I usually go to bed around 10 and drift off quickly. Wake up early, to stop sleeping early in the morning. The phrasal verb work out means to do exercise. He woke up early and worked out before breakfast. Get dressed, to put on clothes. The phrasal verb head out means to leave or go somewhere. She got dressed and headed out for school. Take a photo, to use a camera to make a picture. The phrasal verb post up means to publish or share online. They took a photo and posted it up on social media. Open the window, to move a window so that air can come in. The phrasal verb let in means to allow something to enter. He opened the window to let in some fresh air. Close the curtains, to pull the curtains together. The phrasal verb turn off means to stop something from working. She closed the curtains and turned off the lights. Charge your laptop, to give power to a laptop. The phrasal verb back up means to make a copy of important files. I charged my laptop and backed up my documents. Check the time, to look at what time it is. The phrasal verb wrap up means to finish something completely. I checked the time and wrapped up my work. Send a message, to write and deliver a short text. The phrasal verb follow up means to continue or check again later. She sent a message to follow up on the meeting. Take a picture, to capture an image with a camera. The phrasal verb share out means to give something to several people. We took a picture and shared it out with friends. Wash your face, to clean your face with water. The phrasal verb wake up means to stop sleeping or become active. He washed his face and woke up fully. Do the dishes, to wash plates and cups. The phrasal verb pack up means to collect and put things away. I did the dishes while she packed up her things. Take a seat, to sit down. The phrasal verb calm down means to relax or become less angry. Please take a seat and calm down before we start. Turn on the light, to make the light work. The phrasal verb look around means to explore or see what is nearby. She turned on the light and looked around the room. Turn off the alarm, to stop the alarm sound. The phrasal verb get up means to leave your bed. He turned off the alarm and got up slowly. Check your phone, to look at messages or calls. The phrasal verb scroll through means to move through content on a screen. I checked my phone and scrolled through the news. Go for a run, to run outside for exercise. The phrasal verb blow off means to release stress or emotion. He went for a run to blow off some stress. Start work, to begin doing your job. The phrasal verb log in means to enter your account on a computer. I start work every morning after I log in to my laptop. Go to work, to travel to your workplace. The phrasal verb head off means to leave or start a journey. She goes to work early and heads off before 7. Be late for work, to arrive after the expected time. The phrasal verb hurry up means to move or act quickly. He was late for work and had to hurry up to catch the bus. Have a meeting, to gather and discuss something at work. The phrasal verb join in means to take part in an activity. We had a meeting and everyone joined in the discussion. Take notes, to write down important information. The phrasal verb jot down means to write quickly. I always take notes and jot down key ideas during class. Write an email, to send a message using email. The phrasal verb follow up means to check again or continue later. I wrote an email to follow up on the project. Attend a class, to be present in a lesson. The phrasal verb show up means to appear or arrive. Many students attended the class, but one didn't show up. Do research. To study information about a topic. The phrasal verb look into means to investigate. I'm doing research to look into better energy solutions. Hand in homework. To give completed homework to a teacher. The phrasal verb hand in means to submit something. I finished my essay and handed it in on time. Study for an exam. To prepare for a test. The phrasal verb go over means to review carefully. She studied for the exam and went over all her notes twice. Give a presentation. To speak in front of a group about a topic. The phrasal verb go through means to explain step by step. I gave a presentation and went through the main results. Ask a question. To request information. The phrasal verb find out means to learn something new. He asked a question to find out more about the topic. Answer a question. To reply to something asked. The phrasal verb think over means to consider carefully. She answered the question after thinking it over. Make progress. To improve or move forward in learning or work. The phrasal verb keep on means to continue doing something. Even when it's hard, keep on trying and make progress. Meet a deadline. To finish something before the due time. The phrasal verb carry on means to continue working. We worked all night to carry on and meet the deadline. Finish a project. To complete a piece of work. The phrasal verb wrap up means to end or complete something. We finished the project and wrapped up the report. Have a break. To stop working for a short time. The phrasal verb chill out means to relax. Let's have a break and chill out for a few minutes. Prepare a report. To collect and write information for work. The phrasal verb sort out means to organize or fix something. She prepared the report and sorted out the data carefully. Join a meeting. To enter a group discussion. The phrasal verb dial in means to connect by phone or computer. I joined the meeting and dialed in from home. Take part in a discussion. To join and speak during a conversation. The phrasal verb speak up means to express your opinion more clearly. He took part in the discussion and spoke up about his ideas. Read an article. To look at written information in a newspaper or online. The phrasal verb point out means to highlight or note something. I read the article and pointed out the main facts. Ask for help. To request support from someone. The phrasal verb reach out means to contact someone for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help and reach out to your teacher. Discuss a topic. To talk about something in detail. The phrasal verb bring up means to mention or introduce something. We discussed the topic after she brought it up in class. Apply for a job. To formally ask for work. The phrasal verb fill out means to complete a form. I applied for the job after I filled out the application. Get a promotion. To move to a higher position at work. The phrasal verb move up means to advance in rank. She got a promotion and moved up in the company. Attend a meeting. To be present at a discussion. The phrasal verb show up means to arrive. Only half the team attended the meeting and showed up on time. Revise your notes. To review information again before an exam. The phrasal verb brush up on means to refresh your knowledge. He revised his notes to brush up on his grammar. Mark an exam. To correct or score a test. The phrasal verb go over means to check carefully. The teacher marked the exam and went over every mistake. Print a document. To make a paper copy from the computer. The phrasal verb set up means to prepare or adjust equipment. I printed the document after setting up the printer. Organize files. To arrange documents in order. The phrasal verb clean up means to remove unnecessary things. I organized the files and cleaned up the desktop. Take a course. To join a series of lessons. The phrasal verb sign up means to register for something. I took a course and signed up online. Learn new skills. To gain new abilities or knowledge. The phrasal verb pick up means to acquire something naturally. You can learn new skills and pick up useful habits. Give feedback. To share your opinion about something. The phrasal verb point out means to mention details. My manager gave feedback and pointed out what could improve. Plan your schedule. To decide what to do and when. The phrasal verb sort out means to arrange or fix something. I planned my schedule to sort out my busy week. Work from home. To do your job remotely. The phrasal verb log on means to connect to a computer system. I work from home and log on at 8 every morning. Help a colleague. To support someone you work with. The phrasal verb back up means to give support or assistance. She helped her colleague and backed him up during the presentation. Take a test. To answer questions to show knowledge. The phrasal verb go over means to review or check. He took a test after he went over his notes. Write a report. To create a formal text with information. The phrasal verb hand in means to submit something. She wrote the report and handed it in on Friday. Work overtime. To stay longer at work than usual. The phrasal verb put in means to spend time or effort. We worked overtime and put in extra hours. Attend a lecture. To listen to a talk by a teacher. The phrasal verb take down means to write notes. I attended the lecture and took down the main ideas. Solve a problem. To find an answer or fix something. The phrasal verb figure out means to understand something. She solved the problem after she figured out the cause. Share ideas. To tell others your thoughts or suggestions. The phrasal verb come up with means to think of something new. We shared ideas and came up with a plan. Join a team. To become part of the group. The phrasal verb fit in means to feel comfortable in a group. He joined the team and quickly fit in with everyone. Attend a workshop. To take part in a short practical class. The phrasal verb take part means to join or be involved. I attended the workshop and took part in every activity. Finish an assignment. To complete your task. The phrasal verb hand in means to submit something to a teacher. I finished my assignment and handed it in early. Make a mistake. To do something wrong. The phrasal verb own up to means to admit or accept responsibility. She made a mistake and owned up to it honestly. Look for information. To try to find facts or answers. The phrasal verb look up means to search for data. We looked for information and looked up statistics online. Prepare for a test. To get ready for an exam. A phrasal verb go over means to review something carefully. He prepared for the test and went over all the material. Take notes in class. To write information during lessons. The phrasal verb write down means to record something on paper. I took notes in class and wrote down everything important. Pass an exam to succeed in a test. The phrasal verb keep up means to maintain your level of work. She passed the exam because she kept up her studies all year. Feel happy. To be in a good mood or pleased. The phrasal verb cheer up means to become happier. She felt happy after her friend came to cheer her up. Feel sad. To be unhappy or upset. The phrasal verb get over means to recover from something. He felt sad for weeks but slowly got over it. Get angry. To become upset or mad. The phrasal verb calm down means to relax after being angry. She got angry but managed to calm down quickly. Be excited about something. To feel very happy and eager. The phrasal verb look forward to means to wait for something with joy. I'm excited about my trip and really look forward to it. Feel tired. To have low energy or need rest. The phrasal verb lie down means to rest in a flat position. I felt tired and decided to lie down for a while. Feel nervous. To be worried or afraid about something. The phrasal verb chill out means to relax. She felt nervous before the test, but tried to chill out. Get bored. To feel uninterested or tired of something. The phrasal verb switch off means to stop paying attention. He got bored during the lecture and completely switched off. Feel relaxed. To be calm and comfortable. The phrasal verb slow down means to take things more easily. I feel relaxed when I slow down and breathe deeply. Feel stressed. To feel pressure or tension. The phrasal verb take it easy means to relax and not worry. I felt stressed, but my friend told me to take it easy. Be surprised. To feel shocked or amazed. The phrasal verb find out means to discover something new. She was surprised when she found out the news. Feel confident. To believe in your ability to succeed. The phrasal verb build up means to increase gradually. He felt confident after he built up enough experience. Feel scared, to be afraid of something. The phrasal verb run away means to escape from danger. She felt scared and wanted to run away. Be proud of someone, to feel happy about another person's success. The phrasal verb look up to means to admire someone. His parents are proud of him because he looks up to good role models. Feel disappointed, to be unhappy because something didn't go as expected. The phrasal verb get over means to recover emotionally. She felt disappointed but got over it with time. Be worried about something, to feel anxious about a problem. The phrasal verb sort out means to fix or solve something. He was worried about the issue but managed to sort it out. Feel lonely, to be sad because you are alone. The phrasal verb reach out means to contact someone. She felt lonely, so she reached out to her friends. Feel ashamed, to feel bad or guilty about something. The phrasal verb own up to means to admit your mistake. He felt ashamed after he owned up to his actions. Feel grateful, to be thankful for something. The phrasal verb give back means to return kindness or help. I feel grateful and always try to give back to others. Get emotional, to show strong feelings. The phrasal verb open up means to talk honestly about your feelings. She got emotional and opened up about her past. Feel anxious, to feel worried or uneasy. The phrasal verb calm down means to relax. He felt anxious before the flight, but eventually calmed down. Feel guilty, to think who did something wrong. The phrasal verb make up for means to correct a mistake. I felt guilty and tried to make up for what I did. Feel homesick, to miss your home when you're away. The phrasal verb call up means to phone someone. She felt homesick and called up her parents. Get frustrated, to feel annoyed because something is difficult. The phrasal verb figure out means to understand something. He got frustrated until he finally figured out the problem. Be jealous of someone, to want what another person has. The phrasal verb compare with means to check differences. She was jealous and kept comparing herself with others. Feel embarrassed, to feel shy or uncomfortable in front of others. The phrasal verb laugh it off means to ignore and laugh about it. He felt embarrassed but laughed it off. Be in love, to have strong romantic feelings. The phrasal verb fall for means to start loving someone. She is in love and fell for him instantly. Feel calm, to be quiet and peaceful inside. The phrasal verb breathe in means to take air into your lungs. I feel calm when I breathe in slowly. Get upset, to become sad or emotional. The phrasal verb cool off means to relax after strong emotion. He got upset but cooled off after a walk. Be in a good mood, to feel cheerful and positive. The phrasal verb keep up means to maintain your energy. She was in a good mood and kept up her smile all day. Feel hopeful, to believe things will get better. The phrasal verb hang on means to keep trying. I feel hopeful and hang on even in hard times. Feel depressed, to feel very sad for a long time. The phrasal verb get through means to survive a hard situation. She felt depressed but got through it with help. Get emotional support, to receive comfort from others. The phrasal verb open up means to share your feelings. He got emotional support after he opened up to his family. Feel peaceful, to have no stress or worry. The phrasal verb slow down means to do things more gently. I feel peaceful when I slow down in nature. Get excited, to become full of positive energy. The phrasal verb look forward to means to expect something happily. I get excited every time I look forward to a holiday. Feel nervous before speaking, to be afraid to talk in public. The phrasal verb take deep breaths means to breathe slowly to relax. She felt nervous but took deep breaths before starting. Get motivated, to find energy to act or work. The phrasal verb set out means to begin a plan or journey. He got motivated and set out to change his life. Feel relaxed after work, to be free from stress. The phrasal verb switch off means to stop thinking about work. I feel relaxed after work when I switch off completely. Be afraid of failure, to fear not succeeding. The phrasal verb deal with means to manage a problem. He was afraid of failure, but learned to deal with it. Feel close to someone, to feel connected emotionally. The phrasal verb open up means to share feelings honestly. I feel close to people when they open up to me. Feel shocked, to be surprised or amazed by something. The phrasal verb take in means to absorb or understand information. I felt shocked and couldn't take in the news. Be thankful for something, to appreciate what you have. The phrasal verb give back means to return kindness. She is thankful and always gives back to her community. Feel proud of yourself, to be happy about your own actions. The phrasal verb look back means to think about the past. I feel proud of myself when I look back at my progress. Be annoyed, to feel slightly angry. The phrasal verb put up with means to tolerate. She was annoyed but had to put up with the noise. Get overwhelmed, to feel something is too much to handle. The phrasal verb take on means to accept too much work. He got overwhelmed after taking on too many tasks. Feel refreshed, to feel full of new energy. The phrasal verb wake up means to become active again. I feel refreshed when I wake up after a long sleep. Be in high spirits, to be cheerful and positive. The phrasal verb cheer up means to make someone happy. They were in high spirits and cheered each other up. Get emotional easily, to cry or react strongly. The phrasal verb break down means to lose control of your emotions. She gets emotional easily and sometimes breaks down. Feel peaceful again, to return to a calm state. The phrasal verb cool down means to relax after stress. I feel peaceful again after I cool down and rest. Start a conversation, to begin talking with someone. The phrasal verb bring up means to mention a topic. She started a conversation and brought up her travel plans. Keep in touch, to stay in contact with someone. The phrasal verb reach out means to contact or connect. We keep in touch because we often reach out to each other. Make friends, to begin a friendship with someone. The phrasal verb hang out means to spend time together. He made new friends and hung out with them every weekend. Lose touch, to stop communicating with someone. The phrasal verb drift apart means to slowly grow distant. We lost touch after school and drifted apart. Have an argument, to disagree or fight with someone. The phrasal verb fall out means to stop being friends after a fight. They had an argument and fell out for months. Get along with someone, to have a friendly relationship. The phrasal verb get on means to be friendly. She gets along with everyone and gets on very well with her colleagues. Make a phone call, to talk to someone by phone. The phrasal verb call back means to return a phone call. I made a phone call and called him back later. Send an email, to write and deliver a message online. The phrasal verb check out means to look at or review something. I sent an email and checked out his reply. Listen carefully, to pay attention to what someone says. The phrasal verb pick up on means to notice small details. She listened carefully and picked up on his tone. Ask for advice, to request someone's opinion or help. The phrasal verb open up means to talk honestly. He asked for advice after his friend opened up about a similar problem. Give advice, to share your opinion to help someone. The phrasal verb point out means to highlight or explain. She gave advice and pointed out the best solution. Make a suggestion, to give an idea for consideration. The phrasal verb come up with means to think of something new. He made a suggestion and came up with a new plan. Tell the truth, to be honest about something. The phrasal verb own up means to admit a mistake. She told the truth and owned up to what happened. Keep a secret, to not tell others private information. The phrasal verb hold back means to stop yourself from saying something. He kept her secret and held back the details. Tell a lie, to say something untrue. The phrasal verb make up means to invent or create. He told a lie and made up a story to hide it. Share your opinion, to say what you think. The phrasal verb speak up means to talk louder or more clearly. She shared her opinion and spoke up in the meeting. Pay a compliment, to say something nice about someone. The phrasal verb look up to means to admire someone. He paid her a compliment and said he looked up to her work. Interrupt someone, to stop someone while they're speaking. The phrasal verb cut off means to stop or block. She interrupted him and cut off his sentence. Start a friendship. To begin a positive relationship. The phrasal verb bond over means to connect through shared interests. They started a friendship and bonded over music. Introduce yourself. To tell someone who you are. The phrasal verb come across means to appear or seem. He introduced himself and came across as confident. Complain about something. To express dissatisfaction. The phrasal verb go on means to continue talking too much. She complained about the noise and went on for hours. Give feedback. To provide comments or evaluation. The phrasal verb point out means to highlight. He gave feedback and pointed out the good parts first. Thank someone. To express gratitude. The phrasal verb give back means to return kindness. She thanked everyone and gave back by helping later. Apologize for something. To say sorry for doing something wrong. The phrasal verb make up for means to do something to fix it. He apologized and tried to make up for his mistake. Greet someone. To say hello or welcome a person. The phrasal verb wave back means to return a greeting. She greeted him and waved back with a smile. Invite someone. To ask someone to join an event. The phrasal verb turn up means to arrive. He invited his friends and they all turned up at the party. Thank someone for their help. To show appreciation for support. The phrasal verb reach out means to contact someone. I thanked him for his help and reached out again later. Praise someone. To say positive things about a person. The phrasal verb cheer up means to make someone happier. She praised her student to cheer him up. Argue with someone. To have a verbal disagreement. The phrasal verb calm down means to relax. They argued for a while but then calmed down. Avoid conflict. To stay away from fighting or arguing. The phrasal verb back off means to stop being aggressive. He avoided conflict and backed off immediately. Disagree politely. To express a different opinion kindly. The phrasal verb point out means to mention carefully. She disagreed politely and pointed out her reasons. Explain your idea. To make your thoughts clear. The phrasal verb lay out means to present in an organized way. He explained his idea and laid out the plan. Ask a favor. To request someone to do something for you. The phrasal verb help out means to assist. I asked a favor and he helped out gladly. Talk about a problem. To discuss something that is bothering you. The phrasal verb open up means to share feelings. She talked about her problem and opened up to her sister. Give someone advice. To tell a person what you think they should do. The phrasal verb look out for means to protect someone. He gave his friend advice and told him to look out for himself. Take part in a conversation. To join a discussion actively. The phrasal verb join in means to participate. She took part in the conversation and joined in with interest. Discuss an issue. To talk about a problem or topic. The phrasal verb talk over means to discuss something fully. They discussed the issue and talked it over together. Meet new people. To get to know others. The phrasal verb come across means to meet by chance. I met new people and came across old friends too. Introduce two people. To help others meet each other. The phrasal verb set up means to arrange. He introduced two people and set up a meeting for them. Speak clearly. To talk in an understandable way. The phrasal verb get across means to communicate an idea. She spoke clearly and got her point across. Change the subject. To start talking about something different. The phrasal verb move on means to stop one topic and start another. He changed the subject and moved on quickly. Ask for permission. To request to do something. The phrasal verb check with means to confirm. She asked for permission and checked with her boss first. Compliment someone. To say something kind about another person. The phrasal verb cheer up means to make someone happy. He complimented his friend to cheer him up. Gossip about someone. To talk about others when they're not present. The phrasal verb spread out means to share information widely. They gossiped about her and spread out rumors. Have a chat. To talk in a friendly way. The phrasal verb catch up means to exchange news. We had a chat and caught up after months apart. Keep a promise. To do what you said you would do. The phrasal verb follow through means to complete your word or plan. She kept her promise and followed through with her actions. Argue about money. To fight over financial matters. The phrasal verb work out means to find a solution. They argued about money but worked it out later. Send an invitation. To ask people to join an event. The phrasal verb hand out means to give to several people. I sent invitations and handed them out personally. Say goodbye. To express farewell. The phrasal verb see off means to accompany someone leaving. We said goodbye and saw them off at the station. Get to know someone. To learn about a new person. The phrasal verb hang out means to spend time together. I got to know him better when we hung out after work. Pack your bags. To put things into luggage before a trip. The phrasal verb get ready means to prepare for something. I packed my bags and got ready to travel. Book a flight. To reserve a seat on a plane. The phrasal verb sort out means to organize or arrange. I booked my flight and sorted out my travel plans. Go on holiday. To travel somewhere for rest. The phrasal verb head off means to leave for a journey. We went on holiday and headed off early in the morning. Check in at the airport. To register your arrival before a flight. The phrasal verb drop off means to deliver something or someone. We checked in and dropped off our luggage. Get on the plane. To board the aircraft. The phrasal verb take off means to leave the ground. We got on the plane and it took off right on time. Get off the plane. To leave the aircraft after landing. The phrasal verb pick up means to collect someone or something. We got off the plane and picked up our bags. Go sightseeing. To visit interesting places. The phrasal verb look around means to explore. We went sightseeing and looked around the old city. Take photos. To capture images with a camera. The phrasal verb show off means to display proudly. She took many photos and showed them off later. Stay at a hotel. To spend nights in a hotel. The phrasal verb check in means to register when you arrive. We stayed at a hotel and checked in before lunch. Check out of the hotel. To leave and pay for your stay. The phrasal verb pack up means to collect your belongings. We checked out of the hotel and packed up everything. Travel abroad. To go to another country. The phrasal verb set off means to start a journey. We traveled abroad and set off early in the morning. Go camping. To stay outside in a tent. The phrasal verb put up means to build or erect. We went camping and put up the tent by the lake. Go hiking. To walk in the countryside for pleasure. The phrasal verb head out means to leave for an activity. We went hiking and headed out at sunrise. Go swimming. To move through water using your body. The phrasal verb cool off means to become less hot. We went swimming to cool off in the summer heat. Go sailing. To travel in a boat with sails. The phrasal verb set out means to begin a trip. We went sailing and set out toward the island. Go skiing. To move over snow using skis. The phrasal verb gear up means to prepare equipment. We went skiing after we geared up with helmets and gloves. Go fishing. To catch fish as a hobby. The phrasal verb chill out means to relax. We went fishing to chill out by the river. Go shopping for souvenirs. To buy small gifts while traveling. The phrasal verb look around means to explore stores. We went shopping for souvenirs and looked around the market. Visit a museum. To go and see exhibitions. The phrasal verb check out means to look at or explore. We visited the museum and checked out the art collection. Try local food. To eat traditional dishes. The phrasal verb dig in means to start eating. We tried the local food and dug in with excitement. Book a hotel room. To reserve a place to stay. The phrasal verb fill out means to complete a form. I booked a hotel room after filling out my details online. Rent a car. To pay to use a car for a short time. The phrasal verb drop off means to return something. We rented a car and dropped it off after 3 days. Catch a bus. To get on a bus before it leaves. The phrasal verb get on means to enter a vehicle. We caught the bus and got on just in time. Miss a train. To arrive too late for the train. The phrasal verb run after means to chase. He missed the train even though he ran after it. Buy a ticket. to pay for travel. The phrasal verb line up means to wait in a queue. We bought our tickets after lining up for 10 minutes. Go out for dinner, to eat at a restaurant. The phrasal verb dress up means to wear nice clothes. We went out for dinner and dressed up for the occasion. Eat out, to have a meal away from home. The phrasal verb show up means to arrive. We ate out together and our friends showed up unexpectedly. Visit friends, to spend time with people you know. The phrasal verb catch up means to talk after time apart. We visited friends and caught up on old memories. Go to the beach, to visit a seaside place. The phrasal verb lie down means to rest flat. We went to the beach and lay down on the sand. Relax by the pool, to rest near the swimming area. The phrasal verb cool off means to become less hot. We relax by the pool, to cool off after lunch. Spend time outdoors, to be outside enjoying nature. The phrasal verb hang out means to spend time. We spent time outdoors and hung out by the lake. Go to a concert, to attend a live music event. The phrasal verb show up means to arrive somewhere. We went to a concert and showed up early for good seats. Visit a park, to go to a green public area. The phrasal verb look around means to explore. We visited the park and looked around the flowers. Take a walk, to move on foot for pleasure. The phrasal verb slow down means to move more calmly. We took a walk and slowed down to enjoy the view. Spend time with family, to be together with relatives. The phrasal verb catch up means to talk about recent events. We spent time with family and caught up after months apart. Enjoy the view, to take pleasure in scenery. The phrasal verb take in means to absorb or enjoy fully. We enjoyed the view and took in the mountain air. Explore a city, to discover new parts of a place. The phrasal verb look around means to walk and see things. We explored the city and looked around the streets. Relax at home, to rest in your house. The phrasal verb chill out means to calm and rest. We relaxed at home and chilled out watching a movie. Go on a trip, to travel for a short time. The phrasal verb set off means to begin a journey. We went on a trip and set off before sunrise. Take a taxi, to ride in a car driven by a driver. The phrasal verb hop in means to get inside quickly. We took a taxi and hopped in at the station. Stay with friends, to sleep at a friend's place. The phrasal verb hang out means to spend time socially. We stayed with friends and hung out every night. Go to a festival, to attend a special celebration or event. The phrasal verb join in means to take part. We went to a festival and joined in the dancing. Spend a weekend away, to be somewhere else for the weekend. The phrasal verb get away means to escape from routine. We spent the weekend away, to get away from work. Travel by train, to move from place to place using a train. The phrasal verb get off means to leave a vehicle. We traveled by train and got off at the last stop. Watch the sunset, to see the sun go down. The phrasal verb chill out means to relax. We watched the sunset and chilled out together. Go on an adventure, to take an exciting trip. The phrasal verb set out means to begin with a purpose. We went on an adventure and set out into the forest. Enjoy free time, to use your time for fun or rest. The phrasal verb slow down means to take things easy. We enjoyed our free time and slowed down for a while. Take a day off, to not work for a day. The phrasal verb rest up means to recover energy. I took a day off to rest up and recharge. Travel around the world, to visit many countries. The phrasal verb set off means to start a journey. They traveled around the world and set off on a long adventure. Face a problem, to deal with something difficult. The phrasal verb sort out means to fix or organize something. I faced a problem but sorted it out quickly. Find a solution, to discover an answer to a problem. The phrasal verb figure out means to understand or solve something. We found a solution after we figured out the cause. Deal with stress, to manage difficult emotions or pressure. The phrasal verb calm down means to relax again. I deal with stress and calm down with deep breathing. Solve an issue. To find the right answer or fix. The phrasal verb work out means to find a solution. We solved the issue and worked it out as a team. Handle a situation. To control or manage something carefully. The phrasal verb take care of means to look after something. I handled the situation and took care of every detail. Overcome difficulties. To succeed despite challenges. A phrasal verb get through means to survive or complete something hard. I overcame my difficulties and got through the hard times. Make a mistake. To do something wrong. The phrasal verb own up to means to admit it honestly. I made a mistake and owned up to it. Fix a problem. To repair or correct something. The phrasal verb sort out means to resolve or arrange. We fixed the problem and sorted everything out. Face a challenge. To deal with something hard that tests you. The phrasal verb rise up means to show strength. I faced a challenge and rose up to it. Find the cause. To discover the reason behind something. The phrasal verb look into means to investigate. We found the cause after we looked into the matter. Make a decision. To choose what to do. The phrasal verb think over means to consider carefully. I made a decision after I thought it over. Take responsibility. To accept that something is your duty or fault. The phrasal verb own up means to admit a mistake. She took responsibility and owned up to what happened. Admit a mistake. To accept that you were wrong. The phrasal verb open up means to speak honestly. He admitted his mistake when he opened up to his manager. Face consequences. To deal with the results of your actions. The phrasal verb pay for means to suffer the result. He faced the consequences and paid for his choices. Run into trouble. To experience problems unexpectedly. The phrasal verb run into means to meet or experience by chance. We ran into trouble during the trip. Sort out an issue. To fix or arrange something. The phrasal verb clear up means to make something understandable. We sorted out the issue and cleared up the confusion. Deal with failure. To handle not succeeding. The phrasal verb get over means to recover. I dealt with failure and got over it fast. Take action. To do something to solve a problem. The phrasal verb step in means to get involved. We took action and stepped in to help. Avoid mistakes. To try not to make errors. The phrasal verb watch out means to be careful. I avoided mistakes because I watched out for details. Accept criticism. To listen to negative feedback calmly. The phrasal verb take in means to absorb information. I accepted criticism and took it in with humility. Learn from experience. To gain knowledge through life events. The phrasal verb look back means to reflect on the past. I learned from experience when I looked back on old times. Find a way out. To discover a solution or escape. The phrasal verb come up with means to invent or think of something. We found a way out after we came up with a plan. Meet a challenge. To face something hard with effort. The phrasal verb take on means to accept responsibility. She met the challenge and took on more work. Make progress. To improve or move forward. The phrasal verb carry on means to continue. I made progress because I carried on without giving up. Fix a mistake. To repair or correct an error. The phrasal verb make up for means to compensate for something. I fixed my mistake and made up for the trouble. Deal with conflict. To manage disagreement. The phrasal verb talk through means to discuss calmly. We dealt with conflict and talked it through. Cope with stress. To manage emotional pressure. The phrasal verb calm down means to relax. I coped with stress and calmed down slowly. Find support. To get help from others. The phrasal verb reach out means to contact. I found support when I reached out to friends. Handle pressure. To stay calm in difficult times. The phrasal verb cool off means to relax after tension. I handled pressure and cooled off after the meeting. Get stuck. To be unable to move forward or progress. The phrasal verb figure out means to understand or fix. I got stuck but figured it out. Prevent problems. To stop issues before they start. The phrasal verb plan ahead means to prepare early. I prevented problems by planning ahead. Deal with disappointment. To manage sadness when things go wrong. The phrasal verb bounce back means to recover quickly. I dealt with disappointment and bounced back stronger. Face reality. To accept the truth about a situation. The phrasal verb wake up means to realize something important. I faced reality and woke up to the facts, asked for help, to request assistance from others. The phrasal verb reach out means to contact or communicate. I asked for help and reached out to my teacher. Find an answer, to discover a solution to a question. The phrasal verb figure out means to understand. I found an answer after I figured it out. Stay calm, to remain relaxed and peaceful. The phrasal verb chill out means to relax. I stayed calm and chilled out during the problem. Avoid danger, to keep away from risky things. The phrasal verb stay away from means to avoid. I avoided danger and stayed away from the crowd. Handle failure, to deal with not succeeding. The phrasal verb get over means to recover emotionally. I handled failure and got over it. Solve a conflict, to end an argument or fight. The phrasal verb make up means to become friends again. We solved the conflict and made up. Fix an error, to correct a small mistake. The phrasal verb iron out means to remove or smooth problems. We fixed the error and ironed out the details. Improve a situation, to make something better. The phrasal verb sort out means to organize or fix. We improved the situation and sorted out what was wrong. Deal with a problem, to handle something difficult. The phrasal verb work on means to focus and try. I dealt with the problem and worked on it until it was done. Take responsibility for results, to accept the outcome. The phrasal verb own up to means to admit or accept fault. He took responsibility for results and owned up to his role. Avoid repeating mistakes, to not make the same error again. The phrasal verb learn from means to gain knowledge through experience. I avoided repeating mistakes because I learned from them. Control your emotions, to stay calm under stress. The phrasal verb hold back means to stop yourself. I controlled my emotions and held back anger. Find a compromise, to agree halfway with another person. The phrasal verb give in means to stop resisting. We found a compromise and gave in a little. Keep trying, to continue putting in effort. The phrasal verb carry on means to persist. I kept trying and carried on until I succeeded. Recover from failure, to get better after not succeeding. The phrasal verb get back up means to stand again after falling. I recovered from failure and got back up stronger. Look for solutions, to search for ways to fix something. The phrasal verb figure out means to understand or solve. I looked for solutions and figured out a method that worked. Stay focused, to concentrate on what is important. The phrasal verb stick to means to keep doing something. I stayed focused and stuck to my goals. Face a problem, to deal with something difficult. The phrasal verb sort out means to fix or organize something. I faced a problem but sorted it out quickly. Find a solution, to discover an answer to a problem. The phrasal verb figure out means to understand or solve something. We found a solution after we figured out the cause. Deal with stress, to manage difficult emotions or pressure. The phrasal verb calm down means to relax again. I deal with stress and calm down with deep breathing. Solve an issue, to find the right answer or fix. The phrasal verb work out means to find a solution. We solved the issue and worked it out as a team. Handle a situation, to control or manage something carefully. The phrasal verb take care of means to look after something. I handled the situation and took care of every detail. Overcome difficulties, to succeed despite challenges. A phrasal verb get through means to survive or complete something hard. I overcame my difficulties and got through the hard times. Make a mistake, to do something wrong. The phrasal verb own up to means to admit it honestly. I made a mistake and owned up to it. Fix a problem, to repair or correct something. The phrasal verb sort out means to resolve or arrange. We fixed the problem and sorted everything out. Face a challenge, to deal with something hard that tests you. The phrasal verb rise up means to show strength. I faced a challenge and rose up to it. Find the cause, to discover the reason behind something. The phrasal verb look into means to investigate. We found the cause after we looked into the matter. make a decision, to choose what to do. The phrasal verb think over means to consider carefully. I made a decision after I thought it over. Take responsibility, to accept that something is your duty or fault. The phrasal verb own up means to admit a mistake. She took responsibility and owned up to what happened. Admit a mistake, to accept that you were wrong. The phrasal verb open up means to speak honestly. He admitted his mistake when he opened up to his manager. Face consequences, to deal with the results of your actions. The phrasal verb pay for means to suffer the result. He faced the consequences and paid for his choices. Run into trouble, to experience problems unexpectedly. The phrasal verb run into means to meet or experience by chance. We ran into trouble during the trip. Sort out an issue, to fix or arrange something. The phrasal verb clear up means to make something understandable. We sorted out the issue and cleared up the confusion. Deal with failure, to handle not succeeding. The phrasal verb get over means to recover. I dealt with failure and got over it fast. Take action, to do something to solve a problem. The phrasal verb step in means to get involved. We took action and stepped in to help. Avoid mistakes, to try not to make errors. The phrasal verb watch out means to be careful. I avoided mistakes because I watched out for details. Accept criticism, to listen to negative feedback calmly. The phrasal verb take in means to absorb information. I accepted criticism and took it in with humility. Learn from experience, to gain knowledge through life events. The phrasal verb look back means to reflect on the past. I learned from experience when I looked back on old times. Find a way out, to discover a solution or escape. The phrasal verb come up with means to invent or think of something. We found a way out after we came up with a plan. Meet a challenge, to face something hard with effort. The phrasal verb take on means to accept responsibility. She met the challenge and took on more work. Make progress, to improve or move forward. The phrasal verb carry on means to continue. I made progress because I carried on without giving up. Fix a mistake, to repair or correct an error. The phrasal verb make up for means to compensate for something. I fixed my mistake and made up for the trouble. Deal with conflict, to manage disagreement. The phrasal verb talk through means to discuss calmly. We dealt with conflict and talked it through. Cope with stress, to manage emotional pressure. The phrasal verb calm down means to relax. I coped with stress and calmed down slowly. Find support, to get help from others. The phrasal verb reach out means to contact. I found support when I reached out to friends. Handle pressure, to stay calm in difficult times. The phrasal verb cool off means to relax after tension. I handled pressure and cooled off after the meeting. Get stuck, to be unable to move forward or progress. The phrasal verb figure out means to understand or fix. I got stuck but figured it out. Prevent problems, to stop issues before they start. The phrasal verb plan ahead means to prepare early. I prevented problems by planning ahead. Deal with disappointment, to manage sadness when things go wrong. The phrasal verb bounce back means to recover quickly. I dealt with disappointment and bounced back stronger. Face reality, to accept the truth about a situation. The phrasal verb wake up means to realize something important. I faced reality and woke up to the facts. Asked for help, to request assistance from others. The phrasal verb reach out means to contact or communicate. I asked for help and reached out to my teacher. Find an answer, to discover a solution to a question. The phrasal verb figure out means to understand. I found an answer after I figured it out. Stay calm, to remain relaxed and peaceful. The phrasal verb chill out means to relax. I stayed calm and chilled out during the problem. Avoid danger, to keep away from risky things. The phrasal verb stay away from means to avoid. I avoided danger and stayed away from the crowd. Handle failure, to deal with not succeeding. The phrasal verb get over means to recover emotionally. I handled failure and got over it. Solve a conflict, to end an argument or fight. The phrasal verb make up means to become friends again. We solved the conflict and made up. Fix an error, to correct a small mistake. The phrasal verb iron out means to remove or smooth problems. We fixed the error and ironed out the details. Improve a situation, to make something better. The phrasal verb sort out means to organize or fix. We improved the situation and sorted out what was wrong. Deal with a problem. To handle something difficult. The phrasal verb work on means to focus and try. I dealt with the problem and worked on it until it was done. Take responsibility for results. To accept the outcome. The phrasal verb own up to means to admit or accept fault. He took responsibility for results and owned up to his role. Avoid repeating mistakes. To not make the same error again. The phrasal verb learn from means to gain knowledge through experience. I avoided repeating mistakes because I learned from them. Control your emotions. To stay calm under stress. The phrasal verb hold back means to stop yourself. I controlled my emotions and held back anger. Find a compromise. To agree halfway with another person. The phrasal verb give in means to stop resisting. We found a compromise and gave in a little. Keep trying. To continue putting in effort. The phrasal verb carry on means to persist. I kept trying and carried on until I succeeded. Recover from failure. To get better after not succeeding. The phrasal verb get back up means to stand again after falling. I recovered from failure and got back up stronger. Look for solutions. To search for ways to fix something. The phrasal verb figure out means to understand or solve. I looked for solutions and figured out a method that worked. Stay focused. To concentrate on what is important. The phrasal verb stick to means to keep doing something. I stayed focused and stuck to my goals. Set a goal. To decide what you want to achieve. The phrasal verb plan out means to organize your steps. I set a goal and planned out how to reach it. Achieve success. To reach your desired results. The phrasal verb work towards means to make effort for something. I achieved success after working towards my dream. Follow your dreams. To keep trying to do what you love. The phrasal verb keep on means to continue. I'd followed my dreams and kept on believing in myself. Reach your goals. To accomplish what you planned. The phrasal verb carry on means to keep doing something. I reached my goals because I carried on through hard times. Work hard. To put in a lot of effort. The phrasal verb put in means to invest time or energy. I worked hard and put in long hours to improve. Aim high. To set big and ambitious goals. The phrasal verb go for means to try to achieve. I always aim high and go for the best results. Believe in yourself. To have confidence in your abilities. The phrasal verb stand up for means to defend or support. I believe in myself and stand up for what I want. Chase your dreams. To actively work towards your passions. The phrasal verb go after means to pursue something. I chased my dreams and went after what I truly wanted. Make an effort. To try hard to do something. The phrasal verb give it a try means to attempt something. I made an effort and gave it a try. Take risks. To do something that might fail but bring success. The phrasal verb step out means to leave your comfort zone. I took risks and stepped out to grow. Set priorities. To decide what is most important. The phrasal verb focus on means to pay attention to something. I set my priorities and focused on what mattered most. Develop skills. To improve your abilities. The phrasal verb build up means to increase gradually. I developed my skills and built up confidence. Learn from failure. To gain wisdom after mistakes. The phrasal verb get over means to recover. I learned from failure and got over my fears. Stay motivated. To keep your energy and focus high. The phrasal verb keep up means to maintain effort. I stayed motivated and kept up my progress. Take opportunities. To use chances for growth. The phrasal verb jump at means to accept eagerly. I took every opportunity and jumped at each chance to learn. Face challenges. To deal with difficult situations bravely. The phrasal verb rise up means to show courage. I faced challenges and rose up to meet them. Reach the top. To achieve the highest level. The phrasal verb move up means to advance. I reached the top after moving up step by step. Set new targets. To decide on new goals. The phrasal verb aim for means to direct your effort. I set new targets and aimed for greater success. Take responsibility for success. To own your achievements. The phrasal verb own up means to admit or accept. I took responsibility for my success and owned up to the work behind it. Work towards improvement. To make effort to get better. The phrasal verb keep at means to continue doing something. I worked towards improvement and kept at my practice. Never give up. To keep trying even when it's hard. The phrasal verb hold on means to stay strong. I never gave up and held on until the end. Achieve your dreams. To make your goals real. The phrasal verb make it means to succeed. I achieved my dreams and finally made it. Get promoted. To move to a higher position at work. The phrasal verb move up means to advance. I got promoted and moved up in my career. Earn respect. To gain admiration from others. The phrasal verb build up means to create over time. I earned respect and built up trust with my team. Gain experience. To learn from doing things. The phrasal verb pick up means to acquire naturally. I gained experience and picked up new skills. Become successful. To reach your goals in life. The phrasal verb take off means to grow quickly. My career became successful and really took off. Create opportunities. To make chances happen for yourself. The phrasal verb come up with means to invent or think of something. I created opportunities and came up with new ideas. Reach your potential. To become as good as you can be. The phrasal verb bring out means to make visible. I reached my potential when I brought out my best side. Follow your passion. To do what you truly love. The phrasal verb go after means to pursue. I followed my passion and went after my goals. Make progress every day. To move forward step by step. The phrasal verb keep on means to continue doing something. I made progress every day and kept on improving. Take control of your life. To be responsible for your future. The phrasal verb take charge means to be in command. I took control of my life and took charge of my future. Keep learning. To continue studying or improving. The phrasal verb carry on means to continue. I keep learning and carry on expanding my knowledge. Reach for the stars. To try to achieve great things. The phrasal verb go for means to attempt. I reach for the stars and go for my biggest dreams. Become an expert. To know a lot about one subject. The phrasal verb build up means to increase knowledge. I became an expert by building up my experience. Work independently. To do things on your own. The phrasal verb take on means to accept responsibility. I worked independently and took on new challenges. Set long-term goals. To plan for the distant future. The phrasal verb plan ahead means to prepare early. I set long-term goals and planned ahead for years. Celebrate success. To enjoy your achievements. The phrasal verb look back means to reflect on the past. I celebrated success and looked back proudly. Take the initiative. To act before others do. The phrasal verb step up means to take responsibility. I took the initiative and stepped up when needed. Stay focused on goals. To keep your mind on your plans. The phrasal verb stick to means to keep doing something. I stayed focused on my goals and stuck to my path. Improve performance. To get better at what you do. The phrasal verb work on means to practice. I improved my performance by working on my weaknesses. Build confidence. To believe in yourself more. The phrasal verb grow into means to become more comfortable. I built confidence and grew into my new role. Follow your plan. To continue what you designed. The phrasal verb stick to means to continue doing. I followed my plan and stuck to it until the end. Reach milestones. To achieve smaller goals on the way. The phrasal verb check off means to mark as done. I reached each milestone and checked it off my list. Start a business. To create your own company. The phrasal verb set up means to establish. I started a business and set up my own brand. Build a career. To develop your professional life. The phrasal verb move up means to advance in rank. I built a career and moved up quickly. Stay determined. To keep your motivation strong. The phrasal verb hang on means to keep trying. I stayed determined and hung on during hard times. Face competition. To deal with rivals. The phrasal verb stand out means to be different and better. I faced competition and stood out with my skills. Learn from others. To gain knowledge by observing people. The phrasal verb pick up means to acquire. I learned from others and picked up new habits. Keep improving, to continue getting better. The phrasal verb carry on means to persist. I keep improving and carry on practicing every day. Achieve your goals, to make your plans real. The phrasal verb make it through means to succeed despite challenges. I achieved my goals and made it through every obstacle. Make a decision, to choose between options after thinking. The phrasal verb think over means to consider carefully. I made a decision after I thought it over. Take responsibility, to accept that something is your duty or fault. The phrasal verb own up means to admit or confess. I took responsibility and owned up to my part. Have an impact, to affect something strongly. The phrasal verb bring about means to cause to happen. The new law had an impact and brought about major change. Reach an agreement, to decide something together. The phrasal verb work out means to solve or arrange. We reached an agreement after we worked out the details. Make an effort, to try hard to achieve something. The phrasal verb give it a try means to attempt. I made an effort and gave it a try. Take action, to do something to fix a problem. The phrasal verb step in means to get involved. We took action and stepped in to help. Have a discussion, to talk about something seriously. The phrasal verb talk over means to discuss. We had a discussion and talked it over. Make progress, to improve or move forward. The phrasal verb keep on means to continue doing something. We made progress because we kept on working together. Reach a conclusion, to decide the final answer. The phrasal verb sum up means to give a short version. We reached a conclusion after we summed up the facts. Take notes, to write down important information. The phrasal verb jot down means to write quickly. I took notes and jotted down the main points. Give an example, to show something to explain it. The phrasal verb point out means to highlight. I gave an example and pointed out the difference. Draw a conclusion, to understand something based on facts. The phrasal verb figure out means to realize or solve. I drew a conclusion after I figured out the pattern. Have a reason, to know why something happens. The phrasal verb find out means to discover. I had a reason and found out the truth behind it. Make a plan, to decide what to do next. The phrasal verb set up means to arrange. We made a plan and set up the timeline. Take part in a project, to join an organized activity. The phrasal verb join in means to participate. I took part in the project and joined in fully. Give a presentation, to speak to an audience. The phrasal verb go through means to explain step by step. I gave a presentation and went through every point. Write an essay, to create a long piece of text. The phrasal verb hand in means to submit something. I wrote my essay and handed it in on time. Make a suggestion, to offer an idea for others to consider. The phrasal verb come up with means to think of something new. I made a suggestion and came up with a creative idea. Take a position, to express your opinion clearly. The phrasal verb stand up for means to defend your view. I took a position and stood up for my beliefs. Make a complaint, to say something is wrong. The phrasal verb point out means to mention the issue. I made a complaint and pointed out the problem politely. Reach a goal, to achieve something you wanted. The phrasal verb work towards means to put effort into something. I reached my goal after working towards it for years. Have a look, to take a short glance. The phrasal verb check out means to examine or see. I had a look and checked out the results. Give attention, to focus or concentrate on something. The phrasal verb look after means to care for. I gave attention and looked after every detail. Make a choice, to select between two or more things. The phrasal verb pick out means to choose. I made a choice and picked out the best option. Take control, to be in charge of a situation. The phrasal verb take over means to assume responsibility. I took control and took over the project. Give permission, to allow someone to do something. The phrasal verb approve of means to agree with. I gave permission and approved of their plan. Make improvements, to make something better. The phrasal verb build up means to develop over time. We made improvements and built up a stronger system. Have a problem, to face something difficult. The phrasal verb deal with means to manage. I had a problem but dealt with it calmly. Reach your potential, to become as good as possible. The phrasal verb bring out means to make visible. I reached my potential and brought out my best work. Take a risk, to do something that may fail. The phrasal verb go for means to try something. I took a risk and went for the opportunity. Give advice, to help someone with suggestions. The phrasal verb point out means to highlight or explain. I gave advice and pointed out possible solutions. Have a dream, to imagine something you wish for. The phrasal verb go after means to chase. I had a dream and went after it. Make a difference, to create a positive change. The phrasal verb bring about means to cause improvement. I made a difference and brought about progress. Take responsibility for results, to accept the outcome. The phrasal verb own up to means to admit something. I took responsibility and owned up to the results. Reach a decision, to come to a final choice. The phrasal verb think over means to consider. I reached a decision after thinking it over. Make a mistake, to do something wrong. The phrasal verb make up for means to correct it later. I made a mistake and made up for it. Have experience, to possess knowledge from doing something. The phrasal verb build up means to develop slowly. I had experience after building it up over time. Give information, to provide data or facts. The phrasal verb fill in means to add missing details. I gave information and filled in the rest. Take an opportunity, to accept a good chance. The phrasal verb jump at means to take quickly. I took the opportunity and jumped at it. Make a comment, to express your thoughts briefly. The phrasal verb speak up means to say something clearly. I made a comment and spoke up confidently. Have a conversation, to talk with someone. The phrasal verb bring up means to mention. We had a conversation and brought up old memories. Write a report, to prepare a formal document. The phrasal verb hand in means to submit something. I wrote the report and handed it in on Friday. Give feedback, to express an opinion about work. The phrasal verb point out means to highlight. I gave feedback and pointed out strengths and weaknesses. Make a proposal, to offer a formal idea. The phrasal verb draw up means to write something official. I made a proposal and drew up a plan. Take initiative, to act before being told. The phrasal verb step up means to take charge. I took initiative and stepped up to lead. Reach success, to achieve your aim. The phrasal verb make it means to succeed. I reached success and made it with persistence. Give a reason, to explain why something happened. The phrasal verb back up means to support. I gave a reason and backed up my point with facts. Have confidence, to believe in your ability. The phrasal verb build up means to increase gradually. I had confidence because I built up experience. Make an impression, to create a strong effect on others. The phrasal verb stand out means to be noticeable. I made an impression and stood out from the rest. Take time, to require effort and patience. The phrasal verb slow down means to go more carefully. I took my time and slowed down to get it right. First of all, use to introduce the first point in a talk or text. The phrasal verb start off means to begin something. First of all, I started off by explaining the main idea. In addition, use to add extra information. The phrasal verb bring in means to include or introduce. In addition, we brought in new ideas to the plan. Moreover, use to emphasize an extra point. The phrasal verb point out means to mention clearly. Moreover, she pointed out that the results were even better. However, used to show contrast. The phrasal verb turn out means to end differently. We planned carefully. However, things turned out another way. On the other hand, used to show an opposite view. The phrasal verb look at means to consider or examine. On the other hand, when we looked at the data, it showed something new. For example, used to give an illustration. The phrasal verb come up with means to think of something. For example, he came up with a creative solution. As a result, used to show consequence. The phrasal verb lead to means to cause something. The team worked hard. As a result, their effort led to success. Therefore, used to explain a reasoned conclusion. The phrasal verb bring about means to cause change. We saved more money. Therefore, we brought about better growth. In conclusion, used to close a speech or essay. The phrasal verb sum up means to give a short version. In conclusion, I will sum up the key findings. In contrast, used to show a clear difference. The phrasal verb stand out means to be different. In contrast, her results stood out from the rest. Similarly, used to show likeness or comparison. The phrasal verb match up means to be equal or similar. Similarly, these two studies matched up well. On the contrary, used to oppose a previous idea. The phrasal verb go against means to disagree with. On the contrary, his view went against the main theory. For instance, used to show one example. The phrasal verb think of means to imagine or consider. For instance, think of how technology has changed life. As well as, used to add something equally important. The phrasal verb include in means to add something. We invited students as well as teachers and included them in every activity. Even though, used to introduce a contrast or exception. The phrasal verb carry on means to continue. Even though it was hard, they carried on with the task. In order to, used to express purpose. The phrasal verb set out means to begin with a goal. We worked all night in order to set out the full plan. Because of, used to explain the cause of something. The phrasal verb result in means to cause or end with. The project failed because of mistakes that resulted in delays. Due to, used to give the reason for something. The phrasal verb come from means to originate. The delay was due to problems that came from a power failure. As long as, used to express condition. The phrasal verb depend on means to rely. You can join as long as you depend on teamwork. Unless, used to show an exception. The phrasal verb take part means to join. You can't win unless you take part in the competition. Although, used to show contrast between two ideas. The phrasal verb turn down means to reject. Although he applied for the job, his request was turned down. Before long, used to mean soon. The phrasal verb come around means to happen or return. We will see results before long when opportunities come around. By the time, used to express when something happens. The phrasal verb finish up means to complete. By the time they finished up, the office was already closed. In the meantime, used to show what happens during waiting. The phrasal verb carry on means to continue. He worked hard. In the meantime, his friends carried on studying. In case, used to show a reason for being prepared. The phrasal verb back up means to make a copy. I saved the file in case something went wrong and backed it up. Once in a while, used to mean occasionally. The phrasal verb chill out means to relax. Once in a while, I chill out and take a short trip. As soon as, used to mean immediately after. The phrasal verb set off means to start a journey. As soon as we were ready, we set off for the airport. By contrast, used to compare two different things. The phrasal verb stand out means to be noticeable. By contrast, her work stood out for its creativity. As far as I know, used to express limited knowledge. The phrasal verb find out means to discover. As far as I know, he found out the answer already. Afterwards. Used to describe what happens later. The phrasal verb follow up means to continue or check again. We met for coffee afterwards and followed up on our plan. As if. Used to describe something that seems true. The phrasal verb act out means to perform or behave like something. He spoke as if he acted out the whole story. As soon as possible. Used to mean quickly. The phrasal verb hurry up means to do something faster. Please reply as soon as possible and hurry up with the form. In other words, used to explain something differently. The phrasal verb sum up means to say briefly. In other words, let me sum up what I mean. At the same time, used to show simultaneous actions. The phrasal verb carry out means to perform. They worked and carried out their tasks at the same time. By all means, used to give permission or agreement. The phrasal verb go ahead means to continue or start. By all means go ahead with the plan. To be honest. Used to show frank opinion. The phrasal verb speak out means to express openly. To be honest, I spoke out about how I felt. In general, used to talk about most cases. The phrasal verb sum up means to give a general idea. In general, the report summed up the main findings. In my opinion, used to express your personal view. The phrasal verb point out means to explain clearly. In my opinion, she pointed out the truth. In the end, used to show the final result. The phrasal verb turn out means to happen unexpectedly. In the end, everything turned out well. On top of that, used to add another point. The phrasal verb add up means to combine. On top of that, the numbers added up perfectly. As a matter of fact, used to emphasize truth. The phrasal verb come across means to appear. As a matter of fact, he came across as very kind. After all, used to give the final reason. The phrasal verb come down to means to depend on. After all, it all came down to teamwork. At first, used to describe the beginning. The phrasal verb start out means to begin a process. At first, we started out with little experience. By the way, used to add something extra or different. The phrasal verb bring up means to mention. By the way, she brought up another idea. In summary, used to end a presentation briefly. The phrasal verb sum up means to conclude. In summary, the speaker summed up all main points. In the long run, used to mean after a long time. The phrasal verb pay off means to bring results. In the long run, our efforts paid off. For this reason, used to show cause. The phrasal verb lead to means to result in. For this reason, our decision led to a positive outcome. On the whole, used to give an overall view. The phrasal verb add up means to make sense. On the whole, everything added up perfectly. In short, used to give a brief conclusion. The phrasal verb wrap up means to finish. In short, we wrapped up the meeting successfully. To sum up, used to summarize everything. The phrasal verb go over means to review. To sum up, we went over all the points together.